Here's the big question.
How are agents like us,
who didn't get an opportunity to invest in a franchise early,
who are spending time and money to sell homes,
building someone else's saleable asset?
How do we grow a business but still build wealth?
Have an exit strategy,
and get a piece of the pie that's not dependent
on us working more hours and every weekend?
That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answer.
My name is Jay Kinder.
My name is Al Stasik.
And I'm Michael Reese. We are your hosts, and welcome to the One Big Fire podcast.
All right. How's everybody doing today? I'd like to welcome my friends from New Jersey to the podcast today. Hello, Victoria. Hello, Mary Murphy. How are y'all today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I know you guys are just out there selling a bunch of houses this week and having a lot of fun selling real estate. So I'm glad you guys took the time to jump on here today to celebrate Victoria joining us at eXp Realty. And as a past teacher, being in the business as long as I have, I can tell you that teachers always do well in real estate. It seems like there's something with teaching kids and working with buyers and sellers that works really well. So I'm sure you've had a fun career and up to this point, but I'm really excited to talk about let's talk about that journey that you've had in real estate. Obviously, a lot of people think about getting into real estate. A lot of people have struggled to be successful in real estate. And you've made a choice to join eXp Realty after being with several different companies in the past, and just kind of want to uncover kind of what your story is and why you made the jump.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you having me on, and I am excited to be here.
Awesome. So let's start with this, Victoria. What made you decide to get into real estate in the first place?
Well, I was going through a big transition in my life where I was going to be leaving my teaching job, getting divorced, and having to branch out in a new direction. And being someone who's always had a love for homes, having bought and sold a few homes, just as a homeowner, and then renovating homes. I just always loved anything to do with homes. When I was a kid, it was dollhouses and building forts, just like making any place a home.
Right.
So I just felt like maybe that would be a natural fit. And also coming from the background of teaching, I thought I'd have some confidence when it came to talking in front of, people and being able to convey my thoughts to them. But more importantly than that is being able to know where they are and anticipate what questions they would ask. That's what teachers do.
Nice.
We put ourselves in the student's shoes. And so I thought, okay, real estate is going to be a lot like taking someone from the unknown to the known. Yeah. And so I had experience with that. So I think that, and just knowing that I wanted to be able to work independently, to be able to have some control over my own schedule, because I did have 3 children, grown or teenagers at that time. But I knew being a single mom, I would be able to, in real estate, have some control over my schedule so that I could participate in the things that I need to do with them. So That's how I got started.
Awesome. Very cool. So what was the experience like? I think if I remember right, I think Mary, you shared with me, it was Long and Foster was the first company you joined. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And how did that go? Was it everything was cracked up to be, or was real estate, something different than you experienced, what you thought you were going to experience?
I wasn't able to right away go full-time real estate. Right. I worked restaurant jobs and did what I had to do to make ends meet for a while. But I did meet some really great people when I started Long and Foster. Some really experienced agents took me under their wing, and I appreciated that. And then when I moved to Keller Williams, it was a good experience there as well. It's really just the best thing to do is to look around and see who is active and who is really, devoted to achieving, their success, and who don't mind taking a little bit of time to look out for the newer agents. So I've had a great experience that way all along. Worked with some really good team leaders, but now I'm just ready to be on my own.
Right. I know. I love it. So yeah, we had a great conversation. And so Mary, when did you guys have a conversation, and kind of how did that look? I mean, obviously, you had moved on, I believe, to Compass, right, Victoria?
I did. I was with Compass for a year.
Right.
When it was time for a change, because I wanted to be on my own. And I wanted to be at a brokerage where I could bring others along with me in the journey,
Right.
and build something that's going to be sustainable. And I saw that Mary had come to eXp, and I was definitely curious because Mary plays no games, and she is a business builder. So I really was curious as to why she came to eXp.
Right. And so did you reach out to Mary, or did Mary, how did the conversation kind of start there?
She reached out to me. So I'm busy. I'm selling houses, right? So that's really my goal right now. I'm not really reaching out to people to bring them to eXp. They're reaching out to me because I'm selling a lot of houses, right? So then they call me.
Right.
Victoria was on a team with someone I'm good friends with at KW, and our offices were across the hall for a few years. So I would see Victoria. She'd ask me questions, always there for her. And, we just had a good relationship. She went to Compass. I came to eXp. So it was just a natural. She called me to see what was going on here. And it was time for her to make a change. So it really didn't take long. I think with people who are making decisions and aggressive people like business builders like we both are, you figure it out, you make the decision fast. I mean, it only took me a week. It took her the same amount of time.
Right.
A year looking at it, and then a week to make the decision. So
right.
That's the cool thing. You don't really know who's watching. I had no idea she was thinking about it or watching, right? But people are, so
right.
It's pretty cool.
I think the thing that excites me the most is the fact that I'm sitting here I'm actually in here with Andre LaFountain and Dan Hillsman are here in town, in here with me today. Two awesome business builders, and we're in here discussing how we're going to help agents get into production. So Victoria, you haven't had your call yet with Braden, I don't think. But that's tomorrow. Okay, so he's here. He's out, in the other table with too many people talking at one time. So we bounced him outside here. But we're literally going to help you start getting quality leads in place right away. And so it's amazing to me in this industry, and you've been at several companies, and most people who are watching have been at several companies, that's not how it usually works. You don't just join a company, start getting leads. Now, if you join a team, that might be the case, right? But you're going to get a significantly different split, in many cases 50-50. So half of the money is in just the lead generation essentially, and then there's other benefits of the team. I'm not saying there's not, but and there's some little bit of support and things like that are allowed. But at a certain point in your business, it certainly makes sense to be in control of your own lead generation, in control of your own future, and capturing the most of the revenues as possible, right? So it definitely makes sense. But what excites me the most is that we know, like we were just saying, it feels really good to be able to say, I know I can help you, and then actually go help you. And that will be your experience here at eXp. And so super pumped about that. So you'll be working with Braden on that, but that's something that we are able to help any agent with. And that's one of the main reasons I think a lot of people are joining the company is you, and I'd like to hear more of your story too, is, you can evaluate a lot of different directions that you could have gone, but something made you feel comfortable, with eXp and working with Mary, and hopefully I helped with that in that conversation we had as well. But what was the thoughts? Like, what were you considering, and what did you feel like was the main thing that really helped you decide that eXp was the right move?
I know Mary wouldn't have made a move from where she was to eXp if she hadn't done the research. Mm-hmm. And as soon as I talked to her about it, I felt like even before I mentioned eXp in particular, I was just talking to her. She took the time to help me on a personal level, and I appreciate that. And even since I've come over to eXp, anything I've needed, she and Jen have been super helpful. And then you had given me a call. Others have reached out, and I feel really supported already, which I really appreciate.
Right. Scary going out on your own, right? Like it's a scary thing, right? Even though you're more than just a seasoned real estate agent, you're an expert. I think you're a top agent in the marketplace. But it's still scary to I'm going to go out on my own here and I've got to learn some new technology, and where am I starting, and what's the plan? And so having the business model of eXp, where we're all financially aligned to your success, we are your partners, and we're here to support you. So it's it's a nice feeling to know that you've got some people that have your back, and that not just hoping that someone's going to be nice and be willing to help you, but that we actually have a financial, obligation to help you. So it definitely makes a difference, I think, in the experience and feeling that you have. You're not on an island by yourself or anything.
Right. Yeah. I like to work independently, but I don't want to be alone. There's a difference.
Right.
I do feel good. So I appreciate that.
Yeah. That was very well said. That's worth saying again. Say that one more time.
I said I do want to work independently, but I don't want to feel like I'm alone. And a lot of times we agents, we do feel a little bit isolated. We get in our own little bubbles. But one of the reasons why I did come to eXp is because I feel like in the smaller group, I can make a difference. And I like the idea of being kind of pioneering something that's new in our area.
Right.
And I know Mary doesn't want to be in it alone either. She and I and the other agents that are, coming aboard here, we're excited.
Right.
We see the potential. And, we're a bunch of boss babes.
I know it. I know y'all are. I already know. So it's exciting for me to watch because when one of the things that I was always frustrated with, and it's and every office is different. And I'm not gonna say that like every agent at eXp is all the same, but like when you attract people that are like you, that work at the level everybody kind of raises the bar, together, right?
Yeah.
Like it just kind of elevates, everyone elevates one another, and so being able to work together and kind of not as a team where you have to be splitting commissions and everything else, which is what both teams are like. You get that same feeling here just because of the the alignment and the revenue share opportunity and whatnot. So definitely cool to see what you guys are building there in New Jersey. I'm excited to continue to see more great people being brought on. It seems like this is the time of year a lot of people are making decisions, and if you're thinking about making a move and you haven't had a chance to talk to Mary or talk to Victoria or myself, I would highly recommend you do the homework and have a conversation because I think what you may be missing out on might be exactly what you're looking for.
Can I add, Jay, that I watched a YouTube video by Brent Gove.
Yeah.
He explained the model.
Yeah.
And I was really blown away by some of the things that eXp has to offer that Compass doesn't, KW doesn't. And I'm investing like my heart and soul and all of my time into building my business. And I want to see more of a return for that investment. And I think with eXp's, with the stock options and with just the different ways we can broaden our horizons, that seemed to make complete sense to me. Why would I not take this opportunity and run with it? So.
Right. So very well said. Very smart. I mean, that's what, smart people get it. It doesn't say if you truly investigate eXp, you're either smart and you get it, or you miss something. Like, and you need to listen twice as hard. That's what I would tell you. I mean, it's not rocket science, but it's fun. And I'm looking forward to seeing where your career goes and being a part of that as well. Anything else you want to share, Mary, or Victoria?
I would share that one of the things that Victoria said, and people are always saying to me too, we're small here in Jersey. There's not a lot of us yet, right? Yet, though, that's the main word.
Right.
And so we talked about that. We talked about KW, where we both came from, and they're dominating our area right now. There's the most agents are those agents. I'm like, but they weren't always that way. So
right.
We know the people who started that. I'm like, Victoria, remember those people? That it was just them. It could be us, and look where they are now. And this is a better model.
Right.
Right.
And I think she recognized that, and the energy that we have, it's really a great energy to build it with. And I think Victoria is such an awesome addition for that part of it.
Yeah. I couldn't do it without your help, though, because honestly, anytime you make a change, it's going to be a little bit overwhelming. It's going to be challenging, but whatever, everything is figure outable. And when you have people that you can just, pick up your phone or, get online and get the help and support you need, you can do it. And anyway, I'm excited about what we're going to do together here.
Yeah. You guys are awesome. And I'm looking forward to seeing the growth and helping out any way I can. I'm obviously your guys' business partners, and I'm happy and always happy to help. Always think of me. You're never bothering me. Whatever I can do to help, I'm here to support and help you guys grow and build this big in New Jersey. So again, appreciate everybody jumping on, and welcome aboard, Victoria. Looking forward to the call tomorrow and hearing how that goes. And let's go sell some real estate.
All right, let's do
We'll be
it.
on a call again tomorrow with another one.
All right. Stay tuned. More to come.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
You guys.
Bye.
Yep. All right, Victoria, we're good to go. All right, they just bounced. Go on.
That was good.